the ground shake.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Gummy, and today we are back for another statue tutorial. Now this is a really special one because it's probably the most requested series on the channel in the past year. So as you may or may not have known, my channel blew up like 2 years ago from Five Nights at Freddy's 1. You may have heard of it, just a small game. And since then I've released like 50 to 60 videos on FNAF, probably more actually when I think about it, and you guys absolutely loved them. And now we're back, because of course FNAF Sister Location recently just went live on Steam. It's getting really good reviews, you guys are absolutely loving it, and in return you guys have been requesting Minecraft themed FNAF Sister Location builds like crazy. Now, I say crazy, that's an understatement. Every single comment has been asking for FNAF Sister Location. So today is the day. I am happy to announce the launch of the FNAF Sister Location tutorial series, starting today with Funtime Freddy. Now, of course, we'll be going character to character, so you don't need to leave a comment in every single video asking for the next one. We will be doing it, and we'll go character to character. The next one's being Funtime, Foxy, or Baby, and then we'll move to the next characters after that. So anyways, for today's tutorial, of course, which is Funtime Freddy, the blocks you're going to need are the following. You'll need block of quartz, purple stained clay, black wool, cyan stained clay, grey wool, light grey wool, magenta stained clay, purple wool, blue wool, magenta wool, light blue wool, red stained clay, red wool, white wool, nether brick slab, quartz slab, and black carpet. So I'll give you guys a second to grab them blocks into your inventory, and then we can begin. Now this statue was designed by Lazar or Potazer, as he's now known. I had to think for a second what his new name was, because he did recently change his name, and also kind of by me. I made a few adjustments to it, modernized it a bit, and updated this because this was a really old design. Again, I'll leave his social media links down in the description. Go check him out and show him some love and support. Apart from that, let's get straight into the tutorial. Okie dokie. So what we're going to be doing for this is we're going to start off by building the front side of the legs. The front side of the legs is 12 blocks tall and 8 blocks wide, and we're going to start on the first layer by placing simply 8 blocks of quartz. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, and finally number 8. The second and third layer are the exact same, so we're going to do 2 more layers of 8 quartz. So currently it should be 3 blocks tall and 8 blocks wide of quartz. The fourth layer, we're going to place 8 black wool. And then this is where things get slightly more complicated. So for the fifth layer, starting on the left side, we're going to work our way from left to right. We're going to place 2 purple stained clay, 4 quartz, and 2 purple stained clay. And we're going to do this twice more. So 2 purple, 4 quartz, 2 purple, and again 2 purple, 4 quartz, and 2 purple. Right now should be 7 blocks tall. For the 8th and 9th layer, again bear in mind they are the exact same. We're going to place 3 purple, 2 quartz, 3 purple. Same for the next one, 3 purple, 2 quartz, and 3 blocks of purple. It should now be 9 blocks tall. For the 10th layer, we're simply going to place 8 blocks of quartz. For the 9th layer, we're going to place 1 purple, 6 quartz, and 1 purple. And then for the final layer, which is of course the 12th layer, we're going to simply place 8 purple stained clay. And once you've done that, it should look like this. Now for the feet, as you may be guessing, they are looking a bit plain right now. We're going to be adding something to it. So what we're going to do is go to the bottom left corner, and we're going to place a row of 8 purple stained clay in front. So it's a 3D effect. So we're not replacing the quartz, we're placing it in front of the quartz. On top of that row we just placed, on the second layer, we're going to start off on the first block. We're going to place a purple. Then on the 3rd, 6th, and 8th block. So there should be block, gap, block, 2 gap, block, gap, block. 1st, 3rd, 6th, 8th. And yeah, that's pretty much what the legs should currently look like. Now, there is one more 3D effect we're going to add. So what we're going to do is come to the areas here where we have a 3x2 of purple stained clay. There's one on the left, one on the right, and that should be the 9th and 8th row. So what we're going to do is bring this forward. So we're going to place a 3x2 of 3D effects on each side, left and right, and it will bring it forwards, as you can see, like this, and that is the front side of the legs complete. If you want to pause, again, you are more than welcome to do so. I really do recommend that you do pause and catch up and take your time. And I guess there's no rush because this is, of course, a video. Me stating the obvious a bit there. Okie dokie, so on the basis that that is now complete, what we're going to do is move on to the body. Now normally in the conventional tutorial I'd build out the arms. We're not going to be doing that because the arms are slightly different on this tutorial. So for the body, what we're going to start by doing is on top of the purple stained clay right here, we're going to place a layer of quartz. On the left side we're going to build up 10 using quartz, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and same on the right side, we're going to build up 10, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and if you done it correctly they should come up to the same height. Now that would have been a bit embarrassing if they didn't there, but again you can see they do in fact come up to the same height. Now the body is 12 tall and 8 wide, which means we're missing a layer. On top of each quartz we're going to place one purple stained clay and link it together by placing 6 blocks in the middle, and that will give you a strip of 8 purple stained clay at the top and a big old gap right here, which we're going to go ahead and fill in with purple stained clay. So essentially we're going to have an 11 tall by 6 wide area of purple stained clay, and this is going to be the main chest of the body. Of course we're going to be adding a bunch of detail on top of this, but this is just the main part, and we'll build on top of it. So as you can see from that bottom left quartz to the top right purple stained clay, that is a 12 tall by 8 wide area, and that is more or less the body complete. Of course we're going to be adding some 3D effects right now. So for the 3D effects, what we're going to do is come to the bottom layer of the purple stained clay, come to the 3rd and 4th block and place 2 black wool. Again, this is 3D, so we're building it on top of, not into, not replacing, on top of. The layer above this, we're going to place another 2 black wool, so it should now be a 2x2, and that is a button. We're then going to go up 1 again, and up 1 again, so a second time, and we're going to place 2 black wool, again on the 3rd and 4th block. So we're keeping it nice and centered in the middle. There will be a 1 block gap, as you can see right here. Continuing up now, on top of this black wool, we're going to place 2 sand stained clay. We're then going to go up diagonal to the left and to the right, so it almost looks like the underside of a smiley face. We're then going to go up 1, and then link back towards the middle, and that will give you a nice circular shape. Inside this we'll have a 2x2 square, which we're going to go ahead and fill in with grey wool. As you can see right there, this is what it should currently look like. The final addition we are missing is of course the bow tie. So from this sand stained clay here we go up diagonal to the left, and from here we go up diagonal to the right. On top of that we're going to go up twice, and on the left side we go to left 1, down, right side to right 1, down, and currently should look like a musical note and a P. The way we're going to turn this into a bow tie is by coming to the middle layer, so there's 3 layers in total, come to the middle one, the second one, and go 2 blocks to the right, just joining them in the middle like so. As you can see, that gives us a very dandy bow tie. Now that is it, that is simply the front side of the body. I know this is relatively fast paced, but I do want to say that it's very, very simple. And of course you could just pause the video right here if you do want to catch up. That's always a good alternative. But right now you should have an area which looks something like this, which is 24 tall and 8 blocks wide. Of course we're not doing the arms yet, we'll get to that later on in the video. So what we are going to do now, however, is the sides of the legs. So we're going to come to the bottom left corner and come around to the left side, and from this quartz here we're going to expand 1, 2, 3 to the left. Now the leg and the side of the leg is 12 tall and 4 wide. Now this is a bit of an unusual occasion because we're going to be building up to the side of the arm as well. We don't normally do that, but again, all in good time I'll explain why. So as I said, the legs are 12 tall and 4 wide, however the 4th row, which is this one here, is already done, which means we're only placing 3 blocks on each row, which keeps it nice and simple, I guess. Okay, so the first 3 layers, should I say, to be more specific, is simply quartz. So we build a 3x3 of quartz, and on top of that, to cap it off, we're going to place a layer of 3 black wool. On top of this, we're going to place 5 layers of 3 purple stained clay, so that's the 3rd, 4th and 5th layer. We're then going to place 1 layer of 3 quartz, 2 layers of purple stained clay, and that's all we're going to do for now. So that is 12 tall and 4 wide. Again, just to go over that, that's 3 layers of quartz, 1 layer of black wool, 5 layers of purple, 1 layer of quartz, and 2 layers of purple. Now the good news is the right side is the exact same, so if you want to go around to there and do the exact same, feel free. That saves a bit of time. What we are going to do is, in this big section of purple here, you'll have the 3D effect of purple sticking out the front. To the left of this, so the first layer of the actual leg, we're going to bring it forwards 1 for 2 blocks using our purple stained clay. Essentially, it just connects diagonally to the 3D effect on the front side. And then what we're going to do is on the left side, we're going to punch out 2. So on the right side, you bring it forwards 2. On the left side, you punch out 2. And it will give you something that looks like this. Now again, it will look a lot better once you actually get around to the rear side and finish that. But for now, this is the left side of the leg. If you want to pause, feel free to do so. And also give you a nice little corner view just for, I guess, demonstration purposes. Okie dokie, so now head round to the right side. Of course, if you want to skip ahead and do it yourself, feel free. It is the exact same as the left leg, but I'm going to go for it nevertheless. So what we're going to do is go 1, 2, 3 to the right. On top of this, we're going to do 2 more layers of quartz, and then cap it off again with a layer of 3 black wool. On top of this, we're going to do 5 layers of purple stained clay, 1 layer of quartz, and 2 layers of purple stained clay. That will currently be 12 tall, 4 wide, and again, just like we did on the other side, the top 2 layers of the big section of purple, we're going to place 2 purple, and on the right side, we're going to punch out 2 purple, and it'll give you something that looks like this. Again, brief opportunity to pause if you need to do so, and then we're going to be rapidly moving on. Okay, so again, just a little corner shot. As I said, we're not going to be building the arms yet, which means we need to build the sides of the body. I'm going to head round to the left side because we're going to go left, right. It's just like I do. If you want to do it the other way around, feel free. That's up to you. What we're going to do is build this whole section, fill it in. It's very, very simple, very, very plain. So, as you can see, on the right side, we already have one of the pillars done, just like we had with the legs. That consists of 11 quartz and 1 purple stained clay. On the left side, we're going to do the exact same, so we just build up 11 using quartz. Now, the beauty of this is you don't have to count, just build it up to the same height as the right side. And then for the middle 2 blocks, because there'll be a 2 block gap in the middle, we're going to build up 10 quartz. So it's going to be 1 lower than the quartz for the other 2 pillars. And then in the gap, we're going to place 2 purple stained clay, and above that, again, link it up by placing another 2 purple stained clay. And as you can see, that is the side complete. It's as simple as that. Heading round to the right side now, exact same logic applies. We've got 11 quartz here with purple on top. On the right side, we're going to build up, again, 11 and whack a purple on top. And then in the 2 center blocks, we're just going to build up 10 and place a 2x2 of purple on top to bring us up to the top. I feel like I'm saying top a lot. But yeah, that is it. It's nice and simple. And I guess this is probably a good time to discuss why we are pretty, I guess, on purposely ignoring the arms. So, the reason why we're doing this is because the arms on this build are going to be custom. The left arm is going to be holding a Bonnie puppet, and the right arm is of course going to be one of my traditional holding the arm forwards, holding a microphone poses. What we're going to do is, of course, we still got the rear side of the body to do. We'll come back to that later on. We're going to start working on the right arm, aka microphone arm. So the way we're going to do this is come to the right side, of course, and we're going to mark out a few things. Now, of course, the arm is 4 wide. So what we do is, of course, we're on the right side here. We're going to go to the top left corner of the right side and go 1 across. From here, we bring it forwards 1 using purple stained clay, and we go down diagonal 1, again using purple stained clay. From here, we're going to go down diagonal to the left twice using quartz, and then down diagonal for a final time using purple stained clay. We're then going to go to the right side now, so we're going to start bringing it down to the right side. So we go back up to the top to the purple here. We're going to go down diagonal to right once, down diagonal to right twice, this time using quartz. And then we're now going to bring it back down to the left and link it all together to give us a very nice shape. So from this block here, this quartz, we're going to go down diagonal 1, 2, 3. And the 4th block is going to be a purple stained clay. Now what you can go ahead and do is link the purple by going up diagonal twice and it will link together and make a very nice shape. That's almost like the corner shape of the arm, almost like the shoulder. To mark out the final steps from this purple stained clay here at the bottom, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to the left, up twice, and that's the main shape. You can go ahead and fill this whole area in using quartz, so just fill in all the gap in the middle using quartz, apart from the block in between the two purples, which we're going to place one purple. So it should currently look something like this. Again, it's only one layer thick at the moment, but we'll worry about that in a second. Continuing with the arm, right next to this purple, we're going to place one black, and we're going to bring it down 1, 2, 3. This caps it off, and this is where we get into the hand. So what we're going to do is extend 1, 2, 3 to the left, and on top of that, just build up the 3 layers, and that gives you a 3 wide by 4 tall area, and that is the right arm, or at least the template for the right arm, complete. So essentially, what I mean by the template is this is one layer. The arm is 4 thick. So what we need to do is go around the whole perimeter of the arm, bringing it forwards 3, or bringing it, I guess if you look from the front view, to the right 3 blocks. So what we do, as I said, is just go around the perimeter, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to say that every time because it will annoy the hell out of you. But what you want to make sure is that the block you're placing is the same block as the one you're placing it on top of. So if there's a purple stained clay here, we're going to bring it back 3 using purple, not quartz. Make sure that is something you're sticking by, because otherwise it's going to be a bit off in the colorings. As you can see, I'm just going around the edges of what we did. You don't need to fill in the middle because it will all be covered up anyways. And just go around the edges, bring it all out 3, and then we'll get to filling in the final side and completing it. So once you've done that, you'll get a general shape which looks, if I fill this part in here, like this. As you can see, I bring it forwards 3 blocks, and from a front view now, it is now 4 blocks wide. From the side view, however, it's hollow, and that's not what we want to do. So the main points of interest, we're going to place in between the 2 purple here, again, a purple. In between the 2 black wool, we're going to place 2 black wool, and just like we did on the other side, we're going to link the purple up by going up diagonal twice. Once you've marked that out, pretty much everything else is simply quartz, so go ahead and fill in all the gaps using quartz, and that is the base of the arm complete. Now there is a few changes we're going to make, and the reason why that is just to make the color, I guess, gradient a bit smoother, but currently you should have something which looks like this, an outstretched arm. Okay, so I'll give you guys a brief second to pause from a few different angles, just so you have a variety of what you can look at, and we're going to go ahead and change a few small minor things. So one of those minor things is we're going to come to the bottom side, and we have this platform here of 4 purple stained clay. Above this, we have a layer of 4 quartz. What we're going to do is we're going to leave 1 quartz, punch out the 2 middle ones, and leave a quartz, and we're going to replace the 2 we just punched out with purple. Again, that's just to give us a bit more of a smooth gradient. We're going to do the exact same now on the top. So on the top, this lower part of purple, above this we're going to have a row of 4 quartz. We'll punch out the second and third block, the 2 middle ones, and replace with purple, just to give us a bit more of a smooth gradient. Now you can do this on the rear side of the arm as well, if you want to do so, right about here, this row here, but I don't think it looks quite as good because this whole purple area is pretty solid compared to the rest. So that again is the arm. From a side-on point of view, you'll probably be able to make most of it, so I'll give you guys again another brief opportunity to pause here. And now we're going to go about adding the microphone. So for the microphone, what we're going to do is come to the front side, come to the front left corner, go forwards 1 and to right 1. So this block here, basically diagonal from the front left corner. From here we place a purple, go forwards to right and back towards us, and it'll give you a 2x2 of purple. On top of this, we're going to place a layer again of purple, so it should now be a 2x2 cube of purple. And on top of this 2x2 cube of purple, we're going to place a 2x2 cube of light grey wool. Now around the upper layer of purple, we're going to surround it with cyan stained clay. So we bring it forwards 1 block on each side using cyan stained clay, 4 sides in total, as you can see 2 blocks on each side. So it will give a nice circular shape around the microphone, and we'll cut off from the stem of the mic to the actual microphone itself. That is the top side of the microphone complete. What you could do is you could put buttons on the cyan stained clay, just makes it have a bit more detail. Personally, I don't like it that much, but I know a few of you guys love adding detail, and that's fair enough. That's always cool to see. We're now going to focus on the underside of the microphone. So what we're going to do is come to the underside of the hand. Again, top left corner, we're going to go diagonal. We're going to place a magenta stained clay. Go forwards one, to right one, and back towards us one. And underneath that, we're going to place a layer of nether brick slabs just to cap it off and end off the microphone. As you can see here, this is what it looks like once you've done it. And again, brief opportunity to pause if you want to. Okie dokie. So, with that said, that is the right arm complete. What we're now going to do is the left arm. Once we've done the left arm, we'll move on to the rear side, finish up the rear side, head, and then it's pretty much clean sailing. Okay, so what we do is we go to the top left corner to this purple stained clay right here. Again, make sure at the front side. We're going to go 1 to left and then 1, 2, 3 blocks down. So you should have 4 purple stained clay now hanging off the top left corner of the statue. On the top side, so the top one, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to left using quartz, 1 purple stained clay, and then up 1, 2 using quartz. On the lower half, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're then going to go up diagonal to left and up 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, that will give you a corner shape which looks something like this. At the top part here, we're going to join them together, and that's pretty much the basic outline of our arm. From this purple stained clay here, we're going to go down diagonal twice, and it will link to the corner part, and then the rest you just go ahead and fill in with quartz, and that will give you again the template of the arm, which we can then go ahead and make 4 blocks wide by extending it backwards 3 blocks. Just a brief again opportunity. This is what it looks like before you extend it back, and then we head around to the rear side just like we did on the other side, and just bring it back 3 blocks using the appropriate color, which is at the block already placed. So again, just go around the edge of the arm, bringing it back 3 blocks, and that will make it 4 wide in total and make it a 3D arm. Now, just like the other side, there is a pattern on the rear side, and the way we're going to do that is by placing a purple right here in the corner and then go down diagonal twice. It'll give you a nice purple line which goes across the back of the arm. Go ahead and fill the rest of the gaps in using quartz, and again you'll have a strip of 4 purple connecting to the body like this. I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of the quartz in here, and again, if you haven't already, there should be this top part filled in. A few minor changes we're going to make, just like what we did on the other side. In this corner joint here, we're going to punch out the 2 middle blocks on the lower and upper half and replace with purple, and we're pretty much going to do the exact same on the rear side. So on the underneath of the arm, on the lower half 2 center blocks and the upper half 2 center blocks, we're going to replace with purple, again just to act almost like a joint and just to add a bit more color variation into the design. So this is currently what it looks like. It looks like he's holding a microphone and putting his arm up in the air. Now that'll make a lot more sense later on when we go ahead and add the puppet, but for now this is what it should look like. We're now going to start working on the rear side of the body and making some progress there. Alrighty, so let's move on to the rear side of the body as I said. So let's head round and come to the bottom side, aka the rear side of the legs. Now the rear side of the legs, just like every other statue build I do, is 12 tall and 8 wide. The left side is already done, same as the right side. There's a 6 block gap in between, and when you connect it all together, we get ourselves a nice, lovely 12 by 8 area. So this is no exception. We're going to start off coming to the bottom side, and we're going to place 3 layers of 6 quartz. Again, 3 layers of 6 quartz in between either side. It will connect it all together and give you a 8 wide area. The 4th layer is 6 black wool. And then just like the front side, this side we're going to start off on the left side by placing 1 purple, 4 quartz, 1 purple, and we're going to do this twice more. So purple, 4 quartz, purple, purple, 4 quartz, purple. This is where things get slightly different, and this is because of the gap. What we're going to do is on this indented part, we're going to go 2 blocks to the right on both layers. So it's 2 layers in total, and same on the right side. We bring it 2 to the left and 2 to the right. On the left side we go 2 to the right, on the right side we go 2 to the left. And then for this middle part, what we're going to do is place a 2x2 of quartz, but on the normal part. So these purple here are set back 1 block, but the quartz is not. The next layer up, we're going to go back to normal, so we simply join in the middle by going 6 quarters. As you can see, what this will do is give you a 3x2 indentation into the rear side of the legs. Again, just adds a little more shape and makes the 3D effect a little more interesting. For the 11th and 12th layer, the 11th layer, we're simply going to place 6 quartz, and on top of that, we're going to place a layer of 6 purple stained clay, and that will bring you to the top of the rear of the legs. As you can see here, very, very simple. If you want to pause, again, feel free to do so. So for the rear side of the body, again, this is very, very simple. All we're going to go is straight to the top, and we're going to link them together, the left side and the right side, by placing 6 purple stained clay. Underneath this, we're going to do another layer of 6 purple stained clay, and then underneath that, we're going to place 1 quartz, 4 purple stained clay, and 1 quartz. Now what this will do is give you an area which is 8 tall and 6 blocks wide. We're simply just going to go ahead and fill it all in using quartz, and that will give you a nice solid area. And again, that is the rear side of the body complete. A very, very simple build. Again, once I've done this, I'll back up a little bit, give you guys an opportunity to pause, and then we'll have a little spin around and a little catch up before we move on to the head. So let me get rid of my arm. As I said, we're going to do a little spin around. I'll come around to the front side and I'll explain how this is going to work. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to come to a specific part of the statue. I'm going to list off the measurements, give you guys an opportunity to pause, and hopefully that will be like the final step before you guys are ready to move on to the head. After this, if you still have any problems whatsoever, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll try and help you on a more personalized basis. Okie dokie, so this is the front side of the legs. As you can see, it's 12 tall and 8 blocks wide, and does have a few 3D effects starting at the bottom. Moving your way up, you've also got the 3x2 area on either side. Moving up again, we now have the front side of the body. That is a 12x8 with the 3D effects of the buttons, the little area in the middle, and also the bow tie. Coming around to the left side now, we have the left side of the leg. It has an indentation on the left and a 3D effect on the right. Again, that's 12 tall and 4 wide. The left side of the arm, or the part that's not covered up by the actual arm, again is 12x4, pretty much just quartz, and then we have the arm which covers it up, but I'll discuss that in a second. Come around to the right side now, exact same as the left, 12x4, indentation on the right, 3D effect on the left. Moving on up, pretty much, again, just a 12x4 of quartz, again, kind of covered up by the arm. Coming around to the rear side, that is a 12x8 for the rear side of the legs. Left and right, there's a little indentation just there. And the final part, of course, being the rear side of the body, again, 12x8, mainly quartz with a tiny bit of purple at the top. Now, I'm not really going to go in depth with the arms because I've already spent a ton of time talking about the arms, probably most of the video, in fact, talking about the arms. So if you're having any issues with the arms, again, let me know down in the comments below. And if it's really bad, I don't see why it would, but if there's a lot of you don't understand, I'll probably release a separate video talking more in depth about the arms. But that shouldn't be a problem because, again, the arms are pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so enough about the arms. Now what we're going to be doing is the head. So what we're going to do is come to the front side, come to the top left corner to this purple stained clay right here, place a quartz and bring it 1, 2, 3, 4 forwards. We're going to do the exact same on the right side now, so we place a quartz and go 1, 2, 3 and 4 blocks forwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, as you can see right there. And then what you're going to do is bring it diagonal forwards each side, like that, and join together by 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle. This whole gap here in the middle, we're going to simply place quartz, so just cover it all up using quartz, any gap there, and that'll give you a nice solid platform. From below should look something like this. So again, extends forwards, 4 at the left, 4 at the right. Then what we're going to do is come up to the left side, and we're going to expand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backwards, and same for the right side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backwards, and again linked together by placing a 6x2 of quartz in the middle. Now what this will do is give you a whole area which looks like this. Theoretically, a normal area would be an 8x8, so it'd be cutting this part off here. This is the 9th, 10th, and then ultimately 11th layer. So it overextends 2 blocks at the rear side, and technically 5 at the front. So we're going to start on the left side. Normally we start at the front side and build it up. We're going to start on the left, then right, then rear, then top, then front. That's how we're going to do things, similar to how we did it with the Nightmare statue tutorials from a while ago. So what we're going to do is, again, this is slightly unconventional. The head is 9 blocks tall rather than 8. Now in the original design it was 8, but there was no gap between the top of his eyebrows and the top of the head. I didn't like that, so I added 1 block on because I can. So what we're going to do is we're going to build up 8 on the bottom left corner. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we do the exact same on this side. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So currently, it should be 9 blocks tall on this left corner here. What we're then going to do is overextend to the right, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then build all the way down. So build all the way back down to the floor. That gives us a 8 wide by 9 tall area. Same on this side. Build across 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then down all the way to the floor. Links up perfectly like so. And you're kind of now getting an outer frame, should I say, of the head. What you can then do is link each side together by building across 6 blocks in the middle, and that gives you a nice cube shape, which we can start working with. Okie dokie, so for the left side, again we're going to remain on the left side of the head for now. What we're going to do is fill this whole area in using quartz, so fill it all in solid using quartz. And then we're going to start punching out a brief little small area for the jawline. So once you've filled it all in, you'll have a nice big solid area. Again, 9 tall, 8 wide. And what we're going to do is come to the bottom right corner. And on the second layer, we're going to punch out this block and the one above it. And then we're going to go to the left and down. So essentially punching out a 2x2 in the side. We're then going to come around to the other side and do the exact same. So in this whole area, we fill it all in using quartz. And then we're going to go ahead and punch the 2x2 into the bottom left corner. But that's, of course, once we've filled it all in, that's just a matter of doing it. It requires a lot of quartz, so if you're doing this in survival, good luck to you. And again, bottom 2x2 in the bottom left corner, it will provide you with a shape which looks something like this. Now this is nice and simple because the rear side now is simply just fill it all in with quartz, and same logic applies to the top side of the head. So it's just a case of filling it all in, a little bit grindy, but very, very simple. And same for, as I said, the top side of the head. Just fill it all in using quartz, and then we'll go ahead and add some details later on in the video. Okay, so you should currently have something which looks like this. I'll give you a view from the left side, from the rear side, and then ultimately the right side. So again, 9 tall, 8 wide, 9 tall, 8 wide, 9 tall, 8 wide. Okay, so what we're going to do is come to the front side and start working on that, because that's the majority of the workload. What we're going to do is in between the lowest layer, we're going to place a 6 block row of black wool. On top of that, we're going to place a 6 block row of quartz. That will leave us with 3 layers remaining. This is where we're going to be placing our eyes. Some materials you're going to need for the eyes are white wool, blue wool, light blue wool, and of course black wool. We're going to start off by placing 1 white wool, 1 blue wool, 2 quartz, 1 blue, 1 white. On top of that, we're going to place 1 white, 1 light blue, 2 quartz, 1 light blue, and 1 white. And for the final layer, we're going to place 2 black wool, 2 quartz, and 2 black wool. Now currently, what this reminds me of is that character from, what film was it? Oh my god, it's Monsters Inc. That's the one. It was really stuck in my head there. Monsters Inc. You know, the little snow cone guy who's in the wilderness on his own, the snowman. It kind of reminds me of that. But that's not a good thing. That's not what we're wanting. So the way we're going to turn this into Funtime Freddy is we're going to start off on the left side. Right next to this black wall here, we're going to go up 1. We're going to place a magenta wall. On the right side, we do the exact same. And then in between the 2 blocks, we're going to place 6 purple stained clay. What we're then going to do is underneath each magenta wall, we're going to place a purple stained clay and bring it 1 forwards on each side. We're then, on the left side, going to go forwards diagonal to the right, and on the right side we go forwards diagonal to the left, and link together in the middle like so. Essentially, we're going to join, should I say, the lower half and the upper half by placing another row of 6 right there to link it all together. Now you have a solid shape, and then we're going to go ahead and add a nose by leaving a 1 block gap, place 1 purple, 2 black wool, 1 purple, and of course a 1 block gap, and that gives you your upper jaw. We have our lower jaw, upper jaw, and in the side of the jaw, simply just go ahead and fill in either black wool or quartz, either one works. Personally, I think black wool works slightly better. So in between the quartz on each side, place 2 rows of black wool, each being 6 wide, and then just go ahead and fill in the roof of the mouth, again using black wool. For the lower half of the jaw, and of course we're going to be adding some teeth, we're going to be needing our quartz slabs and also our black carpet. Now, the reason we're using black carpet is, of course, the inside of the mouth is going to be black wool, but we can't do that because if you punch this out, you'll see that it goes through. So we don't want to have black wool on the lower half, so we're going to use carpet. So first off, we're going to lay out the teeth. So we go to the back left corner, we place 1 slab, leave a 1 block gap, place another one. On the front left corner, we place 1. Front right corner, we place 1. Then we mirror it. So on the back right corner here, and leave 1 gap, this one here. And then the final 2 teeth, what we're going to do is come to the 2 center blocks at the front, set it back 1, and place 2 teeth right there. Now in terms of the carpet, what we're going to do is right next to the teeth on the left side, we're going to place a row of 4 carpet, and same on the right side, 4 carpet. We're going to go in 1 on each side and fill in this whole gap in the middle, simply just using your black carpet. That'll give you a nice, simple, plain area of the inside of the mouth. That is the lower half of the jaw complete. That's what the tooth pattern looks like. In regards to the upper half of the jaw, what we're going to do is go to the back left corner again. We leave a 1 block gap, so we automatically come to the second one. We're then going to leave another gap, place 1. For the front teeth, we're going to leave a gap on the left, place 1, leave a 2 block gap, place 1. And same for the right side, we go to the back, forwards 1, gap, place 1. Final 2 teeth, just like what we did on the bottom side, are going to be set back. So they're set back 1 block, and you're going to have the 2 in the middle right there, like so. So that is again the upper tooth pattern, as you can see just there. Brief opportunity to pause if you need to do so. Now I appreciate it is slightly difficult to see, but if I back up a bit, you can see it really just adds to the build and makes it look really, really nice. Okie dokie, so that is the mouth and more or less the head complete. Of course, the top of the head is looking awfully plain, and the way we're going to counter this is by adding a hat and adding some ears. So we're going to start off with the ears. We come to the front side, to the front left corner, right here. And we're going to go forwards 1 and place a quartz. We go up 1, to left twice, down twice, and to the right 1. And that will leave you with a 1 block gap in the middle, like so. In this 1 block gap, we're going to place a purple stained clay. What we're then going to do is going to add another layer behind it, this time using simply quartz. So we'd make it too thick, as of course the ear is too thick. And we're going to replicate this now on the right side. So we head over to the right side, we go 1 block in, place a quartz, go up 1 to right twice, down twice to left 1. You'll have the 1 block gap in the middle, simply fill it in with purple, go around to the rear side and bring it back 1 layer to make the ear too thick. Now what you could do is bring the ears back 1 block so that they're in line with the hat. That's always a good option. If you want to do that, feel free to do so. But it doesn't really matter, to be honest. The ears look just as good wherever they are. Now in regards to the hat, what we're going to do is go to the front left corner again. This time we're going to count 1, 2 and 3, and from the third block, which is one of the blocks you already placed, you're going to go 1 to right and 2 to right, place a strip of 4 black wool. There should be a 1 block gap on the left and on the right. We're then going to turn it into a 4x4 square by expanding backwards 1, 2, 3, and again turn it into a 4x4 square of black wool. On the 2x2 center, we're going to place a 2x2 of purple stained clay, and on top of that, we're going to do a 2x2 of black wool. I'd explain it more in depth, but of course, we've done this a million times before with all the numerous Freddy Fazbear hats we've been building in the past. So, with that said, that is the head complete. Again, something that was relatively difficult, but once you get into it, is pretty simple. I'm going to do a brief spin around, and then we're going to do the final step of the build, which is, of course, the little Bonnie plushie on his arm. So, if anything, you could really just add anything to his arm right now. It's in that position. You could give him an apple, you could give him a sword, you could do whatever. You could be really creative with it, but I'm going to be true to the in-game character and give him his Bonnie plushie. So, the materials you're going to need for this will be the following. You're going to need your blue wool, you're going to need your light blue wool, black wool, red stained clay, and also your quartz. Feel free to grab the white wool if you want, because we can use that for eyes. Again, you can use quartz, but personally I think the white wool looks slightly better in this occasion. So what we're going to do is go over to the left arm now, and we're going to start off by placing a blue wall in the front left corner. We're going to bring it forwards one, punch out the original. From here, we're going to go 1 to left and 4 blocks to the right. So essentially, it should be 1 block overhanging from the front side, and it extends 1 to left and 1 to right over the edge. What we're then going to do is come around to the rear side and expand 1, 2, 3 backwards, and same on this side, 1, 2, 3 backwards. Now, theoretically, you can make the plushie 4 wide. However, in this occasion, just so it's a, square, what we're going to do is extend it 2 more and just loop around. So that gives you a 6 by 6 square, and this is going to be the template for the body. So each side is going to be 6 by 6, and in total it'll be a 6 by 6 by 6 cube. Now again, normal plushes would be 6 by 6 by 4. This is going to be 6 by 6 by 6, so slightly different. So we're going to mark this out. We're going to build up 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each corner. So 5 on each corner, back ones as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and finally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Link them all together, so join them all together by placing 4 blocks in the middle using your blue wall, and that will give you a 6 by 6 by 6 cube. Now the good thing about this is every side apart from the front side is pure blue wall. So go ahead on the left side, right side, rear side and top side, just fill it in using solid blue wall. Now the good news is as well that the front side isn't that detailed. There's only a small amount of detail, so even though it's not solid blue wall, it is very close to being it. Okie dokie, so as you can see, I've just gone ahead and filled in every side apart from the front side. It gives you a nice cube. On the front side, what you're going to do, you have the first layer which is blue wall. We're going to have a second layer which is 4 light blue wall, and a third layer which is also 4 light blue wall. For the fourth layer, we're going to place 1 blue, 2 light blue, 1 blue, and then for the final layer we'll simply place 4 blue, and that is the front details pattern complete. So again, just a brief opportunity. I say it a lot, but I want to make sure that you guys are up to the speed of the video. Okay, so that is the body. We're missing arms, we're missing head. We're going to focus on the head first, we'll come back to the arms in a second. So what we're going to do is on the top left corner, we're going to place a blue wall, bring it forwards 1 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. What we're then going to do is come around to the side and expand backwards until you're overhanging the rear side of the body by 1 block. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 backwards on this side and 6 on this side. Just link it together and you'll have an 8 wide by 6 thick head. Now again, it's a bit out of proportion, but it's just to match the style of the build. So we're going to do the front side first, aka the face. So the first layer is 6 blue wool. The second layer is 1 blue wool, 4 black wool, and 1 blue wool. The next 2 layers is simply 6 blue wool, so that's the fourth layer. The fifth layer we're going to place is 1 white wool, 1 red wool, 2 blue, 1 red, 1 white. Second to last layer is 1 white, 1 red stained clay, 2 blue wool, 1 red stained clay, and 1 white wool. And then the final layer, of course, is 6 blue wool. So slightly different measurements to the conventional build. Okay, so what we're going to do now is add the nose. Of course, it's missing a nose. So we're going to start off on the left side and the right side of the black wool here by placing a quartz. On top of this, we're going to place a layer of 6 light blue wool. And on top of that, we're going to start off with placing 1 red wool, 1 light blue, 2 black, 1 light blue, and 1 red wool. Once you've done that, it starts to look a tad better, and it's a tad more like Bonnie, rather than like a demented demon. But as you can see, that is what the face looks like. Still looks a bit offish without the ears, but we'll work on that in a second. Okie dokie, so for the sides of the head, what we're going to do is simply just, again, turn it into a cube. So just expand it 7 blocks backwards on each side, on the left and the right side. So 7 backwards, then build down to the floor, and essentially just fill in every side with solid blue wool. Every side, apart from the front side, is solid blue wool. So that's the left side, right side, and rear side. The left and right both being a bigger area, of course, because they're wider, but shouldn't be too much effort. Of course, the top side is again going to be blue wool, so once I've finished filling in the sides, I'll fill in the top, and then we can go about adding some ears. So as you can see here, just filling in the top side, then we'll have a nice plain platform where we can start adding some big old bunny ears. So this is our bunny so far. Again, head a bit off-sized, but that's intentional. We're going to add some ears now. So we come to the front left corner, we go forwards one, I'm going to go up 2 using blue wool, and to right of that 2 light blue wool. Then going to leave a 2 block gap and place 2 light blue and 2 blue. Behind this, we're going to place a 2x2 on each side of blue wool, so it's now a 2x2x2 cube on each side. For the second stage of the ear, on the left side, we're going to go forwards one and up one, punching out the original, and to the left of that, to the right of that, is 1 light blue wool. On top of that, we're going to do that again. So we're going to place one blue, 1 light blue, and on top of it, to cap it off, 2 blue wool. Behind this, we're going to place a 3x2 of blue wool, so that will connect to the rear side of the original part. And we do the exact same on the next ear. So we go forwards one, up one, punch out the original. To right of that, we place 1 blue. On top of that, 1 light blue, blue, 2 blue, and then behind it, a 3x2 of blue to make up the ears. As you can see, that's what it looks like so far without the arms and legs. That is the final thing we need to do. And of course, my voice is starting to give up. So I'm going to try and get this done as quickly as possible. Okay. So what we're going to do is, again, slight adjustment. We're going to add the bow tie as a 3D effect. So we go to the front side of the body. In the top left corner, we're going to place a 2x2 of red wool. Same with the top right side. So this is, again, a 3D effect. We're then going to join it in the middle by placing 2 red wool. And directly next to the light blue on the left side and the right side, we're going to place 1 red wool. So that is the bow tie. Nearly forgot about that there, not gonna lie. So for the arms, which is again, as I said, the final stage, you're going to start off by coming to the left side, to the top right corner of the left side. You're then going to go to the left one and bring it forwards 1, 2, 3, 4. Underneath this, bring it forwards 1, 2, 1 light blue, 1 blue, and then underneath that again 4 blue. Now the arms are too thick, so what we're going to do is just bring it back a layer by placing a 4x3 area behind it of blue wool, and that is the left arm. The right arm, slightly more complicated because you have to work around the ear here. So you come to the right side, come to the top left corner, go over 1 to the right side and place a blue wool. On top of this, you're going to go up 1. You're also then going to go down twice, to the right twice, up twice, and it will hit the ear, and you'll have a 2 block gap in this part here. We're then going to go up 1 using blue wool, and then up 1 using a light blue wool. And then again, just like we did on the other side, place a layer behind it, and it will look, once you've done that, something like this. That will be a 4 tall by 3 wide area. And that it is it. That is the tutorial complete. Once you've done that, you've got your very own Bonnie the Bunny hanging on his hand there as a puppet. And you've got your very Funtime Freddy holding his microphone, the puppet, and overall is a really, really nice build. I really do hope you agreed. If you do, definitely consider leaving a like. I'll have a little spin around of Bonnie before I end off the video, just so you can pause and catch up if you need to do so. Again, let me know if you had any issues below, and also suggest some future builds. Again, apologies, my voice is just gone. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Again, stay tuned for the next FNAF Sister Location videos. There'll be one every Saturday until we run out of characters. And also check out my other videos. Links in the description of the playlist, as well as Lazar, aka Potazer, who did the original design. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed. Until next time, my name has been Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?